Yep, way better. Paimon just got a little fright because she's never seen a crazy place like this before. Who would have thought the best guide in all of Tibet could end up so out of their depth? Yeah! So anyway, Paimon just had the weirdest dream. There were... Yeah, just like that! Aw, Ushi, were you looking after Paimon?
Traveler, it looks like the Conqueror of Demons is awake.
I'm fine. Don't worry. The karma I carry is dangerous to humans. Keep your distance.
Well, I have Adepti blood in me, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Even so.
What happened while Paimon was sleeping? How did Xiao get here?
With a little help, I was able to find my way here.
Conqueror of Demons, could you tell us what happened before you joined us?
No need to be so formal. Just call me Xiao.
Oh, sure.
It was a senseless battle. I came here looking for someone, but when I found them, they weren't any—
Madame Ping says that you usually base yourself at Wangshu Inn to guard the main road through Dihua Marsh. It's unusual for you to go looking for someone yourself.
I'm looking for a yaksha called Bosacius.
Bosacius? Is that one of the 5 yakshas? Like you? I thought that you were the only one left. Aren't the other 4... gone from the world?
You could say that. But Bosacius's body is the only one that was never found. Yakshas deal with God's remains all the time, and we become tainted by karma. Over time, it inevitably drives us to He left. No one knew where he went, and I never heard from him again. But Bosacius was the eldest of us. He once told us—
Did he forget his promise because he lost his sanity?
It's possible, but I did not. I am the sole survivor. So it is my duty to find out the fates of the others.
What made you come to the chasm? Did you hear something about Bosacius being here?
Did you know that 500 years ago, the beasts of Conria invaded the chasm? That war lasted a long time. It is said that in the midst of the battle, a brave yaksha was seen putting up a heroic fight, but no one knew the yaksha's name.
But there were many more than 5 yakshas in total, so there's no—
Wow. But you must think it was probably him if—
I am by no means certain, and I didn't have any other clues except for this one. But Bosacius was proud. If he had taken part in that war, he would have announced his name. So at first, I thought the nameless yaksha couldn't be him.
Wait, so it was Bosacius you were fighting with?
Yes.
No way!
The invasion of monsters from Conria, the battle in the chasm, and Yelan's ancestor. I have a feeling that somehow these are all— Life is full of coincidences, but this is too much of a coincidence. Could this all be related to the fantastic compass mentioned in the will, too?
What will?
Oh, right. I came here because of a will. Maybe it's not something you've come across much before, but both mortals and Adepti sometimes write out their final wishes so somebody else will carry them out after they've passed.
And this can be done at any time?
Whoa! You wanna write a will? Now?
It was no accident that you saw my illusion that day. This place used your desire to find me to create a trap that you would willingly walk into. Pure deception is easy to spot, but the truth laced with lies can be a fatal combination. It made sure you heard my real voice to create panic. This one-way communication was the bait. If we hadn't managed to get in touch through the spatial rift, we may well have lost someone.
How is this even possible?
Our opponent is very clever. It is not safe to stay here. Everyone, whether I accomplish what I came here to do or not. I rejoined to warn you that it's extremely dangerous here. If you stay here too long, this space may well devour you.
But how do you know?
You might become a shadow of your former self, wandering the underground like a lost soul.
Sounds like you saw them too.
Yelan, you're back.
I've been back a while. I was listening to the conversation. I've seen some strange things here too. Objects that shouldn't be here. Strange figures appearing, then vanishing. I don't...
So they're just illusions?
At first, I had the same thought. But it's not that simple. There may come a day when these illusions become real and attack you.
From what you were saying a moment ago, it sounds like you know a way out of...
I can't say for sure. It's just a guess. As Yanfei said, this space is chaotic and unstable. But it has its weaknesses. So, if I use all the energy I have, I may be able to tear a passage out of this chaotic space.
Really? So powerful attacks can affect the space itself. I had wondered if that was a possibility.
Whoa, 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 whoa. But what do you mean by...
I mean, it will take everything I've got.
Wait a minute! When you said you were gonna get us out safely...
You can't be serious.
I saw Bosacius underground. That's when I realized the horror of this place. A single blast can only create a very small opening. To send you back to the outside world, I may need to continuously channel power in order to keep the tunnel open. I know how to fight to the bitter end. I can do this.
No. No way. Even if what you're saying is true, I can't agree to this.
I'm on neither! It's not much of an escape plan if we gotta leave someone behind!
It's only a good or bad plan if there are other options to compare it to. But that's not the situation we're in right now. I doubt you'd still be stuck.
But can you be certain that your plan will work?
I cannot.
What is wrong with you? You can't bet your life on something if you don't even know it's gonna work! It's not worth it!
To conclude, I'm not agreeing to this plan.
What if I told you? This is my last will.
That's your strategy, huh? No offense, but we have no guarantee this plan of yours will succeed, or even that it's safe. You said it yourself. Yakshas pose a danger to humans. You really expect us to accept your self-righteous plan just because you say so?
The battlefield is a treacherous place. Every opportunity you take, you put everything on the line for. If you fear sacrifice and failure, you can—
I've been in my fair share of treacherous battles, so I know full well that you never bring up extreme measures like this until the very, very end. You say these things in the hope that we will understand and accept them. But if you don't even know that your self-sacrifice is going to pay off, all you're doing is hurting morale. Besides, if you were really so determined to end it all, you wouldn't have given us the opportunity to share our opinions. You think you're oh so cool. And anyway, losing one of us so the rest can escape? Some victory.
Yelan, don't be so harsh.
Point is, it's not time for drastic measures yet. It's possible there's a hidden passage leading to the exit that we just haven't discovered.
What if there isn't? Or if we don't find it? And in the end, I'm so weak that I don't have the strength left to sacrifice myself. What do you propose we do then?
As things stand, there's no difference between sacrificing you and trying to find another way out, in terms of the likelihood of success. If we can't say that one strategy is better than the other, we certainly shouldn't be rushing into a risky course of action.
Did someone say a strong enough strike can break us out of this place? Yeah, that's right, I heard ya. No one's staying behind to let anyone else out, alright? Enough talk, it's time for action! Come on, whatever you are! Let's see how long you manage to keep us trapped in here after I'm finished with you!
Easy now.
Have a taste of this! Yeah! Whew, okay, so I didn't tear the whole place down. But check it out, new path. If you need a hero, I'm the man for the job.
Ito!
Should have seen this coming. Why do you always have to do things like this? Shinobu.
What happened to Ito? Did he pass out?
The boss used up all his strength in one punch. Maybe that's the reason he managed to tear open a passage.
Let me see if there's any way I can stabilize it.
He did this because he heard us arguing, right? The thing with Boss is, he just can't stand conflict between teammates. Whenever we get into an argument in the Arataki gang, he always goes and does something shocking to calm everyone down. Today, he's done it again. He may not have known you for very long, but when he said he sees everyone as part of the same team, he truly means that. Another thing with Boss is, he hates it when other people sacrifice themselves, but he always seems to end up doing it himself. That said, there's a slight distinction to be made with him. When he does things like this, he doesn't really think he's sacrificing himself, because he genuinely believes that he's strong enough to defeat any obstacle he's facing.
Giant ego alert! And wasn't he just doing the same thing?
The boss is hardly open to persuasion. Besides, he always acts without thinking. It's not just him either. The other guys in the Arataki gang are more or less the same. That's why they need someone like me to clean up after them. I couldn't stop him if I tried, so I might as well just let him do his thing. Besides, often his harebrained intuition is surprisingly on point. We might punch our way out of here yet.
Ito, please tell Paimon you're okay.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. You have nothing to apologize for. Both you and Yelan made some very good... Still, if this was an Arataki gang issue and you were one of our members, the boss definitely wasn't sacrificing himself. He firmly believed that we'd be able to find a way out through the passage he opened up, and he's certainly not expecting to be left. Everyone's important. We have to support each other if we're going to get out of here. Your survival is of huge importance to some people. No, to a whole lot of people. Everyone, let's all do our best to try and find a way out. There's still a chance. I'm sure we can escape. Leave the boss to me. Don't worry.
Everyone, it seems this passage doesn't lead to the outside world, but deeper inside.
What the? So Ito's efforts were in vain?
No, it's still worth exploring. I'll go and take a look first.
Aha, I see. I'm with you.
What?
So far, I still haven't found the thing I came looking for. That magical device, remember? If this domain has the power to project our imaginations or the things we're searching for into reality...
Oh, telling us to keep going.
Well, I can't guarantee that, but it's worth a try.
I will find a way.
Let him go. But if you're planning on going into that domain too, then after all, I'm just a lawyer. We'll be safer if we team up. By the way, you and Xiao seem pretty close, huh? I have to say though, if Yelan hadn't spoken out like she did, I'm not sure she would have gotten through to him. From what I know, she's lost comrades in the line of duty before, and then was rescued herself. How can things ever be the same again, knowing that your life was saved when others weren't? If I were her, I'm not sure I would have done anything different. Oh, wait, 1 second. I'll be right there. Yeah! Right, that's much safer. Since Ito can't fight right now, I've cast a spell to protect you guys.
Thank you, Senpai. Please, be careful.
We will. Same to you. All right, Traveler, let's go.
Time to begin work? I await your instruction.
What's this? Huh? Look at that huge disc in the distance. Hold on. Is that the fantastic compass?
What? That's the best description you can come up with?
Well, it seems our theory checked out. In my humble legal opinion, that's almost certainly the magical device I've been looking for. It really showed up. But if this really is the fantastic compass, it's so huge! How the heck... I mean, come on, Yanfei. Don't give up now. Let's investigate the area first. What the... They look familiar. Motion to compel! Boom boom! Incinerate! Boom boom! Rapid flame! There's a smaller disc here. Judging from the appearance and design... In all likelihood, this is the fantastic compass. Why is there a small version of the fantastic compass stuck in the ground? You know, when I ran into them before, I was working on a big commercial case. Happens all the time. Luckily, I'm but these are the exact same guys as I met last time. Maybe this is one of the ways our adversary intends to... Huh? A new entrance. Great!
this a tunnel? This is weird. It feels like it's connecting to another world. Or maybe another time.
I thought we might run into some other people here, but apparently not. The Fatui? Whose memory is this? Ah! Watch out!
Just as I thought.
Yelan, you're here!
I will take you down no matter how many times you show up.
Hey, relax. We're to get... Incinerate!
Gotcha. Take it easy.
Motion to compel!
Quietly now. Busted. Game's up. Fun's over.
I mustn't give up. But yet, all here, I will recall. Infinite compass.
Amateurs. And
You've still got it.
remember how I said I'd seen some illusions myself? Those were the same words I heard last time. The space seems to be now that you know, at least we're all on the same page.
He said the word fantastic.
Yanfei, see that thing on the ground?
Yeah, we tinkered with it. That's how we met up with you.
It looks somewhat familiar.
Healthy body, healthy mind.
way behind schedule. Next on the agenda... We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda... We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda...
Solidify!
Another new space.
If everywhere within this space follows this—
Bosacius.
No enemies. Hold on.
Wait, is the enemy hiding itself? Oh no, we should go help it.
Stay back! This is my fight. Do not come near me.
Filthy monsters! So many people have died at your hands! I lured you here to this underground space because I found your weakness.
Hiding and ambushing from the dark is Bosacius' signature tactic.
Die here with me!
How did a valiant warrior like you die here? Boring!
Uh-oh. This is not going well for Xiao.
No matter. I know how this ends.
Look! Bosacius is showing signs of fatigue!
Bosacius, martial creatress. Even your strength is finite. But your illusion is not as mighty as you. This is not you in all your glory. I wonder what Rex Lapis would think if he saw what had become of the first Yaksha.
Leave! I'll deal with the rest. We can't let the monsters get to the surface. Everyone, remember, we must hold the line at 60 miles outside the chasm at all costs.
Enough! Phantom, be gone!
Xiao, are you okay?
This is my purpose. Don't worry.
So your invisible opponent was the legendary Bosacius?
Yes. So excuse my stubbornness. Bosacius has been missing for centuries. This may have been the
He was saying something about holding...
He fought here. The nameless Yaksha from the legends.
But didn't you say he'd always announce his name?
I don't know. Maybe he forgot who he was.
Because the karma you spoke of...
Bosacius had already gone mad before he disappeared.
He still took part in the Battle of the Chasm despite—
We Yakshas are not a race that thrive in peacetime. It's likely that he was drawn by the scent of bloody slaughter is what we do best. This battle confirmed my suspicions. As we had in other words, despite going mad, Bosacius came here. This space recreated him as he was during the—
Bosacius's illusion said he'd discovered— What kind of place could this be? Defeating Conria's mom?
Guys, it could just—
This space is really starting to affect us.
I believe Bosacius stayed here underground. But now he is gone, and only his illusion remains. If we don't leave, we time to move on. You fought well, Bos.
Gather!
Born of ice and frost. Illusion Illusion shattered!
Stabilize!
Take flight!
No touching! We're way behind schedule. We're way behind schedule. We're way behind schedule.
Looks like there's some information here.
Okay, let's see.
It looks like these were letters written by the Millelith soldiers who stayed here.
So, who's this boy?
Boyang was one of my ancestors.
You mean Boyang fought alongside Bosacius?
I believe so.
And the Millelith soldiers were their brothers in arms.
I guess now we have a pretty good idea of where everyone that went missing ended up.
Yes.
Come on, let's not stay here. I have a gut feeling that sooner or later we'll connect all the dots. Still, who knows how this space is planning on revealing the answer to us.
creepy space.
It has the feel of the abyss. But where are the opponents?
Your memory? Of what? The abyss? So, this place is created purely based on... It's getting darker. It's...
Ether, wait!
Huh? What's that shiny round thing on the...
The fantastic compass!
In the other spaces, the fantastic
Oh, he was just a figment of your imagination, so he appeared as an illusion because you miss him so much, huh?
Yenfei, are you sure this is the fantastic compass you're looking for?
I think so. There were no pictures in the will, but based on the description, it seems to check out. Yelan? What is it?
From the design and build, this fantastic compass looks extremely similar to the catalysts used by my clan. I just need to do this, and... Someone's used this before. There may be a hidden... Let's get out of here and find somewhere safe. All right, here we'll be fine. Take a moment to catch your breath while I try to unlock the fantastic compass.
Now that I've found the but if the Bosation...
Within yin and yang, among the...
Bosacius was the lead, unlike me.
Well, well. This is not what I was expecting.
Oh, seems like you've made a new discovery.
This information was left by a thaumaturge called Boyang.
All this information. It was...
Hundreds of years ago, two of my ancestors, they set out together. But only one of them made it back. Minus his...
Karma.
Correct. One possibility is that when they fought alongside Bosacius, they were tainted by his karma.
From reading through this, it sounds like Boyang ended up staying here for good too.
Well, this is just wonderful.
What do we do? Are we gonna die here? But Paimon doesn't wanna die! Paimon's had enough of this place! Let me out!
was that?
I got it! I just had a thought. Give me a second, I just need to double check. Traveler, I just realized something. Okay, so on my way here, I was studying the will the whole time. But I didn't give any thought to the book that the will was inside of. I don't know it verbatim, but I have read it before. The gist of millennia ago, an Adeptus made a magic device to seal away evil monsters. A few years later, great demons haunted the mountains. The mortal and the Adeptus and that's not all. The book also says this. When mortal and Adepti powers are combined, one can move the heavens and shake the earth. I have both Adepti and human lineage. Maybe... It worked! I mean, the effect only lasted an instant because I'm not strong enough, but still, and look, something seems to have been activated inside the fantastic—
By heaven's might and the gods of the 5 regions, Yaksha and Mord—
That's their voices from when they made the seal. Bosacius and my ancestor. They sealed off this—
I see. It makes sense now. Everyone, let's go back and meet up with Ito and Shinobu.
Paimon can barely move anymore. Oh, why can't we get out of here? Paimon doesn't want to die. Paimon wants to stay with you.
Paimon, just hang in there, okay? Trust me, there's still hope.
Let's go.
Shinobu, Ito, we're back!
He must be exhausted, because he still hasn't woken up yet. But he's not in any serious danger, so don't worry. What about you guys? You found something, didn't you? It's written on your faces. But whatever it is, it's bad news, isn't it?
We found the fantastic compass. The previous owner left a message inside, and it seems like the previous owner was stuck here forever too.
Shoot!
This isn't over yet. Listen to me. Just now, I tried channeling
But all that did was activate the records from when the seal was created.
Right, but the issue wasn't with the compass. It was with the method. Remember what the book says? When mortal and Adepti powers are only when a mortal and an Adeptus combine their powers can I'm a mix of human and Adeptus. So the fact that the fantastic compass responded to me—
Interesting. So that's what was going through your head.
So, an Adeptus and a human need to channel their power at the same time?
Yes, if my guess is correct. Then, when both of you put your full power into last time, it was used to seal the intersection between—
Then we're home free.
Awesome. So there's still—
You bet.
Your idea seems reasonable.
Okay, well let's all take a quick break.
Oh boy. Paimon's so nervous.
Yelan, Xiao, how are we looking?
I'm all set.
I'm ready.
Oh, but Yanfei, there's one thing you might need to mentally prepare. I'm afraid you probably won't be able to take the fantastic compass out of here. From what I can tell, we all came here for different purposes. And everything that's happened here has been in response to our own imaginations and conjecture. Terrifying, but also a miracle. This space... well, also, according to the history of the chasm, this place... oh, that... yeah.
Huh? Wait a second. It was you that shot...
Who else did you think it was? That snake is probably a remnant of Conrion's civilization. And Chris... if so, I'm extremely sorry, everyone.
No! You're just trying to help us and solve the problem! You're definitely...
If you say so. You could almost liken this bizarre space to a living being that throws all kinds... Additionally, most of the things here are static. So if we really do manage to escape, then once time starts moving...
That's actually what I think, too. That's precisely why it's such a...
This whole thing feels like we're breaking free from our shackles using a spear that by rights should not exist.
This is a long shot, but it may be our last chance.
Perhaps it was. But maybe there's another reason. It's a shame that we couldn't find your family. But if they were here...
I gotta say, it does intrigue me, the way we all ended up here together. If this is fate, then let's grab it in our hands and...
Leave the boss to Ushi and me. We're ready.
Traveler, take care of Paimon. Yanfei, you might need to...
Sure.
Stars align, bestow your light, evil purged by thunder's might. Spirit curbed, pneuma surge, by dictum divine, heed these words. Do as I command!
Aha! The fantastic compass is an amplifier. Maintain this energy level, and we may stand a chance.
I will maintain the energy flow.
Understood.
Everyone, stand back.
I shall hold the line by sealing the surface.
As Yakshas, we must fight for this world. General Elatus, bowling in!
Watch out!
This trip may be dangerous, yet you insist on going.
I have guarded this place for several hundred years. Only to seek the nameless Yaksha do I request your approval.
Your strength won't last! That was close. I thought you were gonna get left behind. I'm so glad you're okay. That was terrifying.
I know what you were thinking, but... Never mind. I know I can't talk you out of a mindset. I don't think we were ever going to reach an agreement over the final strategy. But...
No. I could not have done this on my strength alone.
Don't mention it. It looks like everyone got out unscathed, but you all... As for me, I'm gonna check the area for any
She's gone. Paimon didn't even...
Maybe Yelan really doesn't believe she made a contribution. It seems like, and since it's not easy to persuade Xiao of anything, maybe Yelan's just given up trying to talk to him.
Xiao, she's criticizing you.
I am not.
You speak only the truth. I have no quarrel with that. I will keep your words in mind.
Really? Well, that's great. I count that as quite an achievement. It was a perilous situation we were faced with underground, and it took every single one of us for...
Hey, so... Ballchecker still hasn't woken up yet. Let's go check on him.
I slept like a rock. Good times. Huh? What you doing? What's going on? Why are you looking at me like that?
Are you in any pain?
You need to tell us if you're not feeling well.
You weren't that bright to begin with, so if we add brain damage to the equation...
What the heck are you guys talking about? I'm fine. I had an epic power nap, and now I feel like a million more. Huh. I feel like I'm forgetting something, though. Oh, yeah! Wait, what?
It's a long story. We'll fill you in later. Ito, we're indebted to you, Shinobu, and Ushi. We couldn't have escaped this predicament with... I'm the reason you all got caught up in this. Please accept my apologies, and let me find...
Crazy talk! You helped us first! Of course we're gonna return the favor. Hey, if it weren't for you, we'd still be in a Liyue jail cell right now.
That's not quite correct. You'd be in jail, not me.
Good point. Well, okay then. How about this? To celebrate our newfound friendships...
I like the sound of that! Now that you mention it, whew, I am...
I'm hungry too, Senpai. Why don't we head straight over?
Paimon too! Paimon wants to come too! Huh? Fine!
Alright, well, I promise I'll take good care of your friends from Inazuma. Take it easy, okay? Oh, wait! Yelan left already.
Oh, yeah? Is that right? Wow. Okay, I'll let him know. Traveler, Flying Lavender Melon, Ushi has a couple words he'd like you to...
What?
Oh, I want to hear this.
Me too. Count me in.
Good idea! Let's do that! Paimon never would have guessed that Ushi was so gentle and...
Sometimes the profoundest truths can also be the simplest.
You betcha! Just leave it to us!
Alright, Ito, Shinobu, Ushi, let's go.
Oh, yeah! Grub time!
See you next time.
Finished taking care of business?
Oh, there wasn't any business. We were just saying goodbye to our friend.
You're still here. I saw the two Inazumans leave with Yenfei, heading towards Liyue Harbor. Aren't you going with them?
We still had some stuff we wanted to say to Xiao.
I figured as much. I've checked the area. Nothing strikes me as out of the ordinary. Now, I just need to take care of the confidentiality issues. Let's hope our friends...
We got it! We got it! We'll make sure they don't say anything. Please don't hurt them.
Oh. You figured me out, huh? Everyone really rose to the occasion this time. I won't ever forget what we went through. Where could that strange space have come from? And how has it existed down there? I have to investigate this further. I have a feeling that whatever lies behind all this runs... Also, I think someone helped us out at the last minute. They did a good deed, of course. Anyway, these questions will have to wait for another time. I have some follow-up work to do.
Bye, Yelan!
You knew I was waiting for you? Really? There's somewhere I want to go.
Where is it?
A place that has to do with the Yakshas. The temple up ahead was built to remember Pervases. Maybe I came here because I had a realization.
You mean back when we were underground?
It's hard to put into words. Seeing Bosacius gave me the false impression that I'd traveled back into the past. You could dress up the Yaksha's life and call it. For Bosacius, perhaps dying in the heat of a great battle was no... And perhaps the same is true for me. After living so long, to die... So maybe...
Hey, don't say that. Oh yeah, Ushi wanted us to tell... Ushi said he has the power to exorcise demons. He also said that he doesn't have any grand philosophies. He just thinks we should spend our lives around the people. Maybe there aren't so many rules about how we should or shouldn't live our lives in this world after all. Yep, like people with visions. They have more resistance against your...
Suddenly you sound a lot... They used to talk about how they hoped to live immortal. The Bosacius recorded in the Fantastic Compass had lost his sanity. I am Elatus, and Menogius is General Capisa. The others are Bonanis, or General Chizapis, and in dark, Bosacius and Yelan's ancestors stayed underground to the end. So that space must have read their minds in their last moments as they approached death. Yelan was right in everything she said. Both of our proposals, I couldn't have done all I did without everyone's help. Even in the final...
Well, Paimon still thinks you were amazing.
Yenfei and Yelan are correct. I always prepare for the... If Rex Lapis hadn't saved me in that moment, I don't think I would have been able to... In the end, I still...
But that's how it should be.
Perhaps. In the moment that we escaped from that space, it's good that one more person will remember him.
Menogius, where have you been?
Brother Yaksha, you're confused again. I've told you countless times, I am Boyoung, a thaumaturge who fought with you in the chasm.
Boyoung? Boyoung? You are Boyoung, but who am I?
Believe me, I want to know as much as you do. Here we are, the two who agreed to stay here together, and I can't even call you by your name. It's a shame.
Stay here? No. No, you have to leave.
Nonsense, Brother Yaksha. We're down here for good now. Don't you remember? It's too late to have regrets. The seal can't be broken.
The seal. Ah, Yes. I'm a Yaksha who came here to fight.
Brother, are you okay?
Look at the state of me. I don't think I've got long now.
We're the only two left. Don't go dying on me. You know, today I saw my family down here. Clear as day. What do you think? Am I losing my mind now too?
Boyoung, do you want to go home?
I made my decision to leave Zhongzhou up on the surface. I obviously... Of course I want to go home.
I must have family too.
You mean brothers and sisters? I'm sure you do.
Brothers and sisters. Yes, but who am I? And where is my family?
Brother, what's wrong? Hang in there. It's just you and me, don't die before me.
Alatus, is that you?
Who's Alatus? Your memory's going again.
I'm sorry. You all have to see me in this state.
Brother!
Look, there's someone over there.
Who are they?
They're my... I remember now. I know you. My brothers and sisters have come for me, Boyoung.
You're awake? At least tell me your name.
Brother Bosacious.
Hey, Bosacious. Bosacious.
I am Bosacious, and my destiny is to make the ultimate sacrifice.
I've said so much today, but I don't need to hold back as much when I talk to you. Have you ever had a moment where you felt like you were aware of your destiny? The potential of life? The approach of death? By now, I have accepted that destiny is the one disaster that the Yaksha know most keenly of all.
How?
It matters not. Rex Lapis had said that you are a witness. It is right that the Bonanis, Menogius, and Indarius all perished, and only Bosacious's fate was unknown. Now that I know what happened in the chasm back then, I can finally put this matter to... Before we left that place, I picked up a stone. I thought, unfortunately, the stone did not survive. Pervases died in the Archon War thousands of years ago. Too many Yakshas have become casualties of battle. We are like a flock of birds, Bosacious, Boyoung, and all those soldiers. Heroes. I like that word. Maybe the world will never be free of disaster. But there is good in the... I accept your advice. From this day on, heroes will always look out for each other.
Traveler, I'm...
Oh, hey, Hoishin. Fancy meeting you here.
Thanks to the help of people like you and colleagues like Ganyu, but I've been feeling distracted. It's a long...
What's wrong with him?
Nothing specifically. He's not unwell. He's always said, old age comes for us. Anyway, my father's currently on the second floor of Yangsheng Tea House. He seems very fond of you, too. I'm sure
Sure, let's go.
To our success. I tried this time.
Uncle Tien, we're here to chat with you.
Oh? What a lovely surprise. Welcome. Hoishin, why don't you... I heard that you've been traveling all over the place recently. Hoishin told you, didn't she? Don't worry. I'm quite all right. It's just the years gradually. As I grow older, I'm starting to find that with many things, I am still very much in good standing as the Tianshu today.
How difficult is it to transfer the Tianshu position?
Oh, well, you see, historically speaking, the Tianshu, we also want to keep any prospective Tianshu candidates free from influence. For these reasons, the incumbent Tianshu typically recommends their candidate of choice.
So in other words, you pick someone, and then Lady Keqing, Lady Ningguang...
Correct. Unfortunately, due to my health, not to despair, however, because I found someone exceptionally capable to act on my behalf as assessment officer.
Oh? Who is it?
I'm heartbroken. I thought it might take you a little longer than this to forget all about.
It's Yelan!
Jackpot. Uncle Tien here asked me to assess 3 candidates for him. Fancy joining me? You'll be among the first to get to know the next Tianshu. Might be a good opportunity.
What do you think? Paimon thinks so too. It can't be a bad thing to be on good terms with...
All right then. Though, I gotta say, Uncle Tien, you say you're into behind-the-scenes plan...
Huh? Yelan, you want to be...
I'm not opposed to the idea, but so how about this? If you're investing...
Deal. Well, you guys take your time. Everything's all set for the Meet me on the first floor when you're ready. Until then, oh, and no need to pay for your tea. As the new owner of... You're all set?
Uncle Tien seems really worn down. It's like all his energy's gone.
Yeah, it may sound harsh, but Uncle Tien is past his prime. He's not cut... So he's recommended 3 candidates. Their name... Qinwei is a wealthy entrepreneur. Minghua works at the... Try to keep all that in mind. Of course.
Qianwei, Mingbo, Zhiyi. Paimon should be able to remember their names, but what does the assessment involve exactly?
Let's leave that until we get to Yuehai Pavilion. All right. Heads in the game, people. The stakes don't get much higher than a change in the Qixing. We can't afford to miss anything, no matter how small.
Got it. We'll keep our eyes wide open.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
My legs are getting sore. What is wrong with this assessment officer? This is a huge occasion and I don't even get a chair. I've dealt with all kinds of people in my time, but never have I been made to That's called being complacent. If you're happy
Oh, come on. That's just... Now you're just... being unreasonable.
All right, you two. Let's not get into a big argument over Qianwei. That was a bit uncalled for. And Mingbo, cut him some... Look, how about this? There's no rule saying we're obliged to stand up while we wait, so why don't we...
Fine. They're not the best quality
It looks like all 3 candidates have arrived. We'll meet them formally soon. Before that, let me run... I've split it into 2 stages. Current affairs and planning. In the first stage, candidates are required to submit a manifesto for Liyue's development. Writing a manifesto takes time, so I informed them of this requirement in advance. These are the reports they submitted.
Wow, one of them is real.
It's also worth mentioning a stipulation. Failing the occurrence of some cataclysmic event, they will not be permitted to change their plan. Therefore, there's still some time. Have a skim through, get a first impression of what each person's proposing. I'll be waiting off to the side. Just let... Finished, huh?
Everyone took it very seriously.
Of course they did. They have the chance to be picked as the new Tianshu. And keep in mind, whoever gets in has to execute their plan as... That's for me to know. We'll see the candidates now. Let's do one at a time. Start with Chen.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh? So you two are the assessment officers, are you? I had assumed that given the great import of this situation, Lady Ningguang would perhaps be assessing... I trust you've read through my manifesto? I'd be more than happy to clear...
Mind your tone, mister.
Relax. It wasn't intended as a personal slight against anyone in particular. I was simply stating a fact. Cloud Retainer? You know this Adeptus? With your sterling reputation, you must have a respectable level of erudition. Perhaps you will be...
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes. Please, introduce yourself.
I'm, Mingbo. I've worked there for, 9 years, 5 months. I have 12 active cases at the moment. They should... My current work is related to urban planning, and I'm also responsible for,
Is it just...
You know what? Let's leave the self-introduction there and...
Oh, okay.
Hello. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little... What would you like to know? You're here to assess me, so ask away.
Your manifesto is very wide in its scope, but you don't seem to be personally involved in many of the specific fields. How can you be...
Very fair question. I completely understand where you're... But I'm confident in my plan. I've visited many different places. Of course, Two different problems can be—
How do you plan to determine whether you are right or—
A great question. Well, if it turned out that my judgment was to blame for poor—
Nice answer.
He seems like a great guy. Everything he said was thoughtful and...
Here's my take on what we just learned. As you saw, Qianwei is highly knowledgeable. But he is very proud and incredibly stubborn. Mingguo's plan is more thorough and more measured. But he and Qianwei are otherwise polar opposites. Mingguo is not very articulate and—
Perfect summary! Paimon couldn't agree...
Last but not least, Zhi. His manifesto is full of pertinent— The depth he goes into in each and every area means it can only be a product of painstaking work. Plus, he is But what really interests me is that many of his—
Great!
We'll see. Let's go back.
I see. Then it's more or less as I anticipated.
All right. Then let me ask this. The ideas in Zhi's manifesto are very similar to your own. Is there any particular reason?
Oh, I didn't want to say anything when I gave you the list of candidates, for fear of affecting your judgment. Those 3 candidates have all studied under me in the past. It's only natural that they share. But Qianwei went on to focus on his bit.
Whoa! So how did you get to know them all?
Qianwei was referred to me. We first met while fishing. Zhi came from a poor He reminded me of a younger version of myself. So I started out giving him a few words of advice when we were out fishing and noticed how quickly he got on. Quite. And now, all of a sudden, the young are growing up and...
I don't know, Uncle Tian. You still seem in pretty good shape to me. You might...
Oh, you. There's...
Sounds like you sure love fish.
Ooh, there's nothing quite like fishing the best.
Fresh fish soup.
Doesn't it? Also, when we've been fishing recently, that flavor makes for a fond memory.
Can Paimon come next time?
Let's get back to the matter at hand. Uncle Tian, we've reported back.
I appointed. Had you not asked me why Zhi's ideas were so similar to mine, I was not going to mention my history with any of them. This decision must be guided, remember. You...
Understood. Come on, let's go talk somewhere else.
Bye-bye, Uncle Tian. Look after your... So, it's gonna be Zhi. His manifesto was written well, and he's the best...
Easy. Let's not rush. There's no time limit.
Huh? So...
No, nothing like that. The assessment... The biggest no-no in intelligence work is to only get information. For example, when you...
Yes?
Lady Yelan, what are your orders?
Ugh! Who are they? Where did they...
Did they scare you? These two are Wenyan and Shanghua. They work for me as my trusted assistants. They are always standing guard nearby. They also perform very... Shanghua is a business expert who gets his information by trading.
That meathead must have been out there on sea surveillance for some time now. Is he all right?
Nothing can take that guy down. Certain...
Shanghua, visit all the commerce guilds and look into Qianwei's background.
Yes, ma'am.
So what about Zhi?
Zhi. Well, obviously, as the most Let's go to the docks first. Lots of people passing through there.
If we're looking for information, why don't we try... He does business at the North Wharf.
That's actually...
Look, your asking price for this batch is...
Come on, hear me out. I'm telling you, this is the single best batch of Sunsetias ever. You won't find anyone who disputes that. I accidentally dropped one into a well, and even the water turned sweet.
Even so...
All right. I'll let you in on a little secret. The boss of Second Life also wants to buy from me, but I haven't responded yet. If you won't take him, I'll just have to partner with them instead, and neither of us wants that.
Okay, well, when you... Oh, what are you doing here? And to be clear, these Sunsetias are mine. I got to them first. Don't get me...
Actually, we want to ask you about a guy called Juri. Have you heard of him?
Juri? Yes, he's quite well known. I've heard a story about him. They say he was born into poverty. One of his neighbors was terribly rude to him all the time. But he returned cruelty with...
Oh, he sounds like a decent man. We can finally...
Why are you asking about him anyway? Well then, in that case...
Where?
It's him, all right. Looks like he's chatting with Yelan. Come on, let's follow them and listen in. Try not to let him see you. We want this information.
I'll just go and fetch an employment contract. And hey, don't try and cut me out of this.
I understand. Let's walk and talk. So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
The truth is, an old friend of mine, who likes to have a drink now and then, he fancies himself as a man of culture, but doesn't care for needless extravagance. So I thought I might buy him a set of high-quality fakes.
How very thoughtful of you. Leave it to me, then. Come and collect it at Shigu Antiques whenever is convenient.
Thank you very much, Miss Yelan.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Juri. These days, it's quite rare for someone of your standing to still keep up with their old friends. It's nice to see. I'll be sure to pick out a good set for you. You can count on me. Juri seems to get along really well with everyone. Are you satisfied now, Yelan?
We shouldn't jump to conclusions just yet. Let's go.
Wait, you're not just...
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. But you'll be able to try all the finest food for free.
We will? Well, come on! Off to the...
We're way behind schedule.
The wharf is as busy as ever. I hear the anglers here sometimes sell their fish to the nearby fishmongers.
Next on the agenda...
Welcome. What would you like to buy today?
Sorry to interrupt. We're actually members of the, We've heard about this young man called Juri, who's supposed to be a fantastic fish.
Whoa! Yelan made up a whole fake identity.
Ah, yes, Juri. He's been making quite a name for himself recently. I've got some friends who travel all... apparently, he had a rather tough time growing up. How does that saying go? What doesn't kill you makes you...
Yeah, we think so too.
but I'm afraid your Anglers Association might be in for a disappointment.
Oh? Why's that?
He's good at a lot of things, but fishing isn't one of them. He fishes at the wharf, and his catches are always mediocre. Not terrible, but equally...
That sounds fantastic. I've got a couple of other things.
Sure thing. See you.
Everywhere they go, they meet someone who's heard of him. Come on, let's keep asking around.
We're way behind schedule.
Here to buy some fish? It's 3. You better hurry. When they're gone, they're...
Hello, we're from the...
Wow, she's with...
Society for Fish Price Research.
Please, don't worry. We've heard about a certain jury...
So this isn't about me. You should have said... I haven't heard anything about him selling fresh fish at low prices, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was him.
Oh? Why is that?
Because he's so poor. His parents died when he was still a kid when he first came to the wharf. His clothes were ragged and he managed to survive. Thanks to Uncle T. I mean, he can afford to eat and it's not like he catches much.
You'd rather he didn't know?
Well, I spoke to him once, Bree. I think he has pretty low self-esteem. Nobody's perfect.
I see. Well,
not a problem. And just for the
more times you say it, the less
Doesn't have a lot...
Hey, it's you guys! Wait, what's the phrase? Oh yeah. What brings you—
The truth is, we are but newcomers to this territory.
Really? People—
But of course, we—
Great! So what do you wish to know?
Now she's lying to a kid.
So, Master Dugu, have you heard of one by the name of—
Sure have! You mean that guy that— I've heard many tales of jury. Probably because it's nothing that important. I prefer story—
Oh, I can completely understand that. Then let me—
Oh yeah, I know that! It was before that, sometimes he gives me candy.
Just as I thought.
Huh? What?
I mean, just as I thought.
I'm not that great. Oh yeah, one other—
Oh, definitely.
Great! So next time I see them, I'll say hi.
Certainly. You can also tell my friend in Yenshang Tea House.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Well then.
Until we meet again.
Any of that sound strange to you?
Strange? Well, Ji seems to have a great reputation.
True. But the issue is...
Sudden?
So he returns cruelty with kindness, and had to— Do you remember what Dugu Shuo said about Jur'i's store? Plus, there's the fact that all this— his childhood, his studies, the thing with—
When you put it like that, it is kind of...
Of course, if that's all there was to it, I wouldn't look— Jur'i was born into a poor family. The problem is, do you remember— Right. And that changed. That's the worst case scenario. But all too often, the most pessimist—
Someone's trying to gain influence over— Even if we ask Ji about it, surely there's—
First, we need to find out who's supporting him. Remember the current affairs and planning stage of the assessment? Whoever is secretly helping Jur'i. Come on, let's get back to Yen. Jur'i's manifesto covers a huge range of— I'll divide the reports into 2 piles. You take one. Officially, the assessment is already over, and I'll be expected to announce the result—
Yikes! We better hurry!
Whatever else Uncle Tian might think of Jur'i, the fact remains that he's one of his favorite. Any evidence he's left is not going to be immediately obvious. We'll have to look carefully and think critically.
Even though Yelan took half, well, we gotta start somewhere. Oh, this reading is... let's take...
Looks like I'm the first one back, as usual.
Oh, hey! It's one of Yelan's little helpers! If you're back, that means you
You betcha. I visited all the commerce guilds and gathered a wealth of information. Every time they asked me to leave, but I always had another trick up my sleeve.
Don't drag this out. Just...
Yes, Lady Yelan. To summarize my findings, most people who've had interactions with Qianwei will... The young master of the Feiyun Commerce Guild said that once he signs a contract with somebody, he treats them fairly regardless of their background.
Who'd have thought?
Is it possible that his reputation is fake? Is there any way you can check the accounts of the businesses under his name?
In theory, that should be very difficult. But here's the thing. I asked around and found out that almost all of Qianwei's accounts are open to the public. Where he buys from and sells to, Qianwei often sees business opportunities that others don't. But once he's made enough mora off of it, it's like he gets sick of it and releases all of his trade secrets. It's like he wants people to know that they still can't beat him, even if he shares all of his secrets. The fact that someone like that can still make mora is pretty infuriating when you think about it.
What a strange guy. It's like he's not doing business to make mora, but instead...
To validate his theories. No wonder his manifesto contains so many insights. It's all the result of his first-hand
I'm back! Huh? Why do you think? Obviously, because I possess superior skills, and am
You... Ugh, whatever. I'm not getting into an argument with you. If Lady Yelan, I have finished investigating...
Well, we're all ears.
The Ministry of Civil Affairs says that Mingbois struggles to get it, but after a few days of getting to know him, you can
In your opinion, was the Ministry of Civil Affairs' appraisal of Mingbois at all exaggerated?
I don't believe so. Mingbois is someone who has slowly but surely earned the reputation he has today. According to Miss Yu, the Ministry often gets Mingbois to take a final... Oh, and also, there was once someone in the Ministry who was lying and cheating to try to advance their career. Mingbois gave them the scolding of a lifetime. Apparently, he can be terrifying when he loses his temper. I haven't seen it for myself, though.
Whoa, that's...
Like I said before, things are not always...
So that's what you meant by that. Paimon's starting to get it now.
Thank you both. You're free to go now. So, have you finished reading the manifest?
We still have...
I can't see any immediate problem. The only one that strikes me as a little unusual is that Jiangshu Pool has always been home to many secrets. At some point, a long time ago, with...
So, did they find any treasure?
None. The ruin was completely impenetrable. The technology wasn't mature enough at that time. So the Zhi-Yi's manifesto focuses on solving problems. Still, this one fact alone...
Excavation? Project? Treasure? Did we read anything Oh yeah! Zhi-Yi said the Blackcliff...
Did he now? Well, that makes every...
Does that mean the Blackcliff Forge is Zhi-Yi's...
No, not likely. I've looked into the Blackcliff Forge before. They do possess some specialized explosives. Still, since the clues are pointing toward the Blackcliff Forge, we should...
Qianwei and Mingbo both turned out to be What about Zhi-Yi? too?
Oh, good.
This is the Blackcliff Forge. Let's look around for clues.
Probably moan about the muddy mountain roads again.
What's this? A diet?
From the back, it looks like a ledger. But it seems they also use it as a site log. We don't know who wrote it, but it's...
You think they're suspicious?
Yes. Look, it says right there, one of them's already been promoted to team leader. At this rate, by the time the Qingshu Pool redevelopment plan is ready to roll, they'll be the technical backbone of the team. That'll give them the chance to take a lot of liberties. They can copy any secret texts or steal any treasure they find underground. Imagine if we didn't suspect anything. By the time Jur-E recommends the Blackcliff Forge for the excavate, no red flags if all they did was change some key staff. That's the advantage of planning this far in advance.
When you put it like that, it all makes sense. If we... So, who's really behind...
That's a question for the newcomers.
Excuse us. We want to ask you about the newcomers.
You want them to teach you or something? I gotta say, these newcomers are in tip-top shape. My only complaint is that they're always... I guess they just need some time to adjust.
They go out drinking. This area isn't exactly renowned.
You got that right. They tell it rained after work today, so they actually stuck around at the site for a while. But as soon as the rain stopped, they went out drinking again right away. Hey, you're only young once, right? I say.
Interesting. Let's go. Looks like our hunch was on the Mora. These newcomers are very drinking in Liyue Harbor, huh? Some cover. Good thing it rained today. It means they'll leave footprints.
They went that way! Hurry, we gotta catch up!
We're way behind schedule.
These footprints are heading towards Liyue Harbor. Maybe we were wrong about them.
Just as I thought. They didn't go to Liyue Harbor. They went that way. The footprints stop here. But, judging from the direction... Looks like we were too late. This has gotta be where the newcomers rendezvous. Look at these ashes. Someone was burning...
Could there be anything left? Maybe the wind could have blown the fire...
The odds of that are very slim. It's practically impossible. I've checked. All the paper's been burned. There's only ash left now.
Why don't we wait for them back at the Blackcliff Forge?
We can't count on that. Clearly they were based here at one point. But to me, that says that whoever's...
Darn! Guess this is where our trail runs cold.
Make no mistake. The purpose of our trip wasn't to find any solid evidence. We just need to figure out who's behind Jur-E. I smelled something peculiar the moment I came in. Those newcomers probably thought they'd be safe.
Really? Paimon can't smell anything. Do you smell anything?
There is a certain place with a freezing cold climate. Some wealthy people there put floral fragrance when that fragrant ink is burned. This is the exact odor that it leaves behind. Exactly. But it's all I need.
Lady Yelan! Oh, thank goodness I finally found you. I thought I'd never see you again.
Don't be alarmed. This is Upei. He's when you... I sent him to look into Jur-E's regular contact. I left him a note at Yenshang Tea House telling him to look for me at So, what did you find out at sea?
Forgive my incompetence. I asked all the fishermen multiple times, but none of them had any interactions with Jur-E before. When I got back, I heard that you'd gone to Black Cliff Forge and might need backup, so I went...
Well, Uncle...
What? That's news... No, that's not possible. It's absolutely not possible. Lady Yelan, I'm telling you.
Interesting. Then I wonder how...
Fish soup? What fish soup?
Nothing. Our priority right now is to find a way to get our... Well, any suggestions? Not a bad idea. Upei, what do you think?
Honestly, I've already tried following Jur-E, but the guy's too...
Okay, so tailing...
No, we'll still need to tail him.
Groundwork?
When you've worked in intelligence for a long time, you'll understand that tomorrow morning I'll announce his victory at Yuehai Pavilion. Be sure to arrive on time. You won't... It looks like we're all here. Well then, I won't drone on about the importance of the Tianshu role.
All of us here know the score. Don't beat around the bush, just get on with it.
Qianwei has many pioneering ideas, but some of his plans are lacking in detail, and he easily gets into testy exchanges with other people. Mingbo is reliable, but not quite ambitious enough, and because of his personality, he struggles to win people over. In contrast, Jur-E is evenly balanced across the board, and enjoys an excellent reputation in Liyue. After much consideration, I have decided to recommend Jur-E to the Liyue Qixing.
What?
Congratulations. Thank you. Honestly, I'm a little surprised to hear my name being announced. In my estimation, all three of us are worthy candidates for the Tianshu position. As your competitor, I've become keenly aware of... Would either of you entertain the possibility of working with me in the future? And taking on some of my workload?
I'll have to see.
I don't mind. As long as I...
Okay, well, that's all from me. Jur-E, you'll have some preparation.
I will live up to the Tianshu name. On this, you have my... I should go. I need to pack my things, and then I think a celebratory meal is in order. Would anyone like to join me?
Count me out. I'm not in the mood for a celebration.
Juri seems pretty relaxed now. This would be a good time to follow.
Hey, Traveler, tell me something. What exact... If you can't answer that, I'm not accepting this result.
I, also wouldn't mind.
Oh no, if we get stuck here, we won't...
Follow him.
Yes, ma'am.
We finally got...
Lady Yelan, Juri has gone towards Feiyun Slope.
Follow him, quickly.
So Juri really sided with the Fatui? But Uncle Tian thinks so highly of him. Why would he do this?
Difficult to say, but everything should become a lot clearer when we find him.
Sorry, he's too good at this. We weren't able to keep following.
How the heck did he manage to shake Yelan's subordinates? I guess Juri didn't let his guard down.
No, Upe says he's much more...
But how?
Don't blame yourselves. Let's not forget he was trained by Uncle Tian himself. Evading detection is not an unusual skill for him to have. If I'd asked you to tail Uncle Tian, you'd have ended up at a dead end too. It's fine.
Shinue Kiosk. He only went in briefly. Upe and I were watching outside the whole time. A few moments later, a man dressed in a completely... I figured that if we spooked him, it would undo what we've accomplished today so far. Another option would have been to arrest him, so I stopped Upe, and I stayed here...
Good work. The fish didn't take the bait, but that's okay. Let's go to Shinue Kiosk.
Senua Kiosk, the place to go for...
Could you explain to me how that works? A guy like him... Our customers are free to dress however they please. Okay, fair enough, but didn't you think it was just a little bit strange? Well, maybe I did, but it still doesn't...
Enough. Let's tone this down a little. I'll make this quick. Just...
Oh, he didn't buy anything. He just picked up a bottle of liquor that...
A bottle of liquor?
Yes, a very strong... This gentleman ordered it in person from...
Liquor?
Where to?
Shigu Antiques. Hey, Miss Lin Long. Sorry to bother you. We're friends of his. He's been
Sure. Which
we don't really know a whole lot about wineware. Let's just go with Juri
picked up his set not long ago. Just so you're aware, we don't have many of this
Don't worry. Price shouldn't be an issue. I'm sure we...
For this set, the wine glasses are sold separately.
Okay. Thanks, Lin Long.
Well, don't take too long. We could sell...
This is turning into a real headache.
I'd just like to point out that we have the self-professed Grand Master of Fieldwork here to thank for being wholly incapable of tailing an ordinary civilian without being seen.
It's not like you did any better.
My specialty is information trading, okay? I don't have the physical agility. What's your excuse?
Yelan, if we can't figure out where Juri went, there's not...
If so, it's no order.
What do you mean?
First of all, Juri, if he was just looking to celebrate by himself. No. This is a victory feat. Whoever this person is clearly enjoys hard liquor and Now, where might we find
Fatui officials?
Have both locations surrounded. Take as many...
Lady Yelan, is it time for us to make our move?
Get with the program, would you? This is a covert surveillance, in which case, we don't...
Great idea!
But Lady Yelan, if we get caught...
I'm well aware, but don't you stick to your orders, and make sure...
Yes, ma'am.
Don't worry, Lady Yelan. Juri...
I'll be waiting for you at the tea house. If I'm guessing correctly, Fatui officials are likely to take...
Next on the agenda?
Perfect timing. Wen Yuan just sent word that the
Qingshu Pool? That's the place Jerry mentioned in his
It looks like that's where they've arranged to meet. Qingshu Pool is always crawling with monsters. Most people...
Oh no, we gotta go get...
Let's go. If my hunch is correct... This is Qingshu Pool, full of ruins, crawling with monsters. Anyone with any sense steers well clear of this place. I've looked into the place before. There's a worker's entrance somewhere around here. Follow me. There's been some work done on this. The workers left an emergency. Still, be ready to
Don't worry, we're all perfect. By the way, Yelan, where...
They have other things to take care of.